Have you ever wished you had insight into what was coming up in the next year or even the next week? Almost like a reliable weather report. So you'd know when to plan that outdoor barbecue versus when to stay home and do those chores. This is exactly what astrology is so helpful for. Seeing how the story that you are living will continue both in the short term and in the long term. There are multiple storylines going on all at once. Your work, your partner, your children, your social groups, you name it. And it's almost like those soap operas that focus on one or two storylines in an episode for a few episodes and then bring them all together at once. So that intensity just kind of varies from day to day. And when you know what is likely to require more energy and when you can use your tools, then you're more prepared. And it's like you've been coached by the universe. So this can be a big week for both Kamala and Donald. And let's take a look at what they can focus on. So the first thing for both of them is pushing out the right details, committing to sharing their ideas. And where is this happening for both of them? The first one, Kamala, is about sharing her ideas here in bringing people together through her ideas. And this is especially important right now because Mars is moving through this area of the sky. And this is allowing her to get people together on the same page with her ideas, which is perfect for the Democratic Convention. For Donald, it is less about being in rallies and more about speaking to the impact he can make with his ideas for what his administration can do. And we'll see how he chooses to do this. It does not need to be in rallies. And in fact, one of the things they should focus on is how they can find their fun, rediscover their fun in how they're doing this. Because Mercury is moving backwards through Leo right now. And that is enabling them to think about how they have fun, how they put out their ideas in a way that people are ready to offer. And Kamala is perfectly positioned to do that by being at the convention. And here's this Mercury retrograde coming back through Leo, sharing her ideas. And so it's probably a great place where she confidently is putting her ideas out there. She has thought about them and putting them out for the entire Democratic Convention to listen to and likely applaud. Donald, on the other hand, is having this Mercury retrograde in this 12th area of his natal chart, how he gets people together and is able to have a good time while he is committing to put the details out there. This does not need to be a rally. What he should be focusing on is more about making sure that he is in front of an audience that loves him. And that would probably mean not challenging interviews, very friendly crowds, being able to regain his control of the narrative about what it is his administration would do with his ideas. Now, if I were coaching him, I would say attacking Kamala Harris is not helping him because there is no through line between talking about her as a detail over here to what his administration will do. And that is the connection that they are making. Kamala is using her ideas to highlight what she's thinking and what she has absolute confidence in, and Donald should be doing the same thing. So putting him in front of the right crowds to be able to talk about, and even people who will ask about his administration and what they will do, would be a good way for him to use this energy. A key thing for both of them as well is the ability to tap into their dream teams and get feedback. And why is that? It's because Venus is moving through Virgo here opposite the Saturn portal. So those people that really understand what it is that each of them, Kamala and Donald, should be doing on a day-to-day basis to win the election and get the presidency, should be providing feedback. And for Kamala, this should be tapping into a dream team that is very familiar with what people want, with being aware of what the people who might vote for her are looking for in terms of an impact on their lives. And they should be able to reflect back to her what she is doing right here to create a safe space and create the right ideas that will help them, the people who might vote for her, get on to that page with her. With Donald, with Venus moving through Virgo opposite his Saturn portal, this is about finding those relationships, those dream team relationships who understand where he is trying to go and can coach him to let him know what he is doing right and what he needs to hone in order to achieve his goal. And the key there is he talking to the right people who are aligned with him and will give him the honest feedback on how to reach that goal. So there is one more thing that I think is really important to point out for Donald this week, especially as Jupiter is moving through 17 degrees of Gemini all week, and he's got something very special in his tools that are being touched on. Let's take a look. So for Donald, he has two tools at about 17 degrees. He's got Jupiter in Libra, so growth through partnerships, but also this Uranus in Gemini, thinking differently, either from the people coming in or coming from himself. This is truly an opportunity for him to think differently and to notice new details. This is an opportunity for him to, I'm going to say, be coachable with the right person being able to come in and coach him to think a little differently according to his advisors who would like him to focus more, get more on point, frankly. So we'll see how that works. It's possible, and it's totally up to him, whatever his choice is. Similarly, for Kamala, who also has a tool in that 17-degree range, she will have this opportunity to put her ideas out there and grow them, and at the same time recognize which ones are spot on. This is the perfect time to be getting feedback about what people like and what needs to be honed. So if she's listening to especially her dream team, that will be the feedback that she should be attuned to. So this is my coaching advice to both Kamala and Donald, but many of the basic things that I talked about apply to you as well. How are you putting your commitment to expanding your attention to the details and knowing which ones are the right ones to pay attention to? How are you rediscovering your fun and what you're good at and who is interested and really is ready to receive what you have to offer? And how are you tapping into your dream team that is helping you get to your goals and can advise you on what you're doing well and what you need to work on? These are all in play this week. And if you would like to learn more about how astrology can help you decide what the next best action is and how to take it, just check out the description below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.